Power to the truth. The truth will set you free. Today I want to express myself about the ideal of are good works all worth it? Good works in terms of helping other people, sharing news and information, and being of service to humanity. We really need to keep an eye on the big picture in life and not get obsessed by a single snapshot, but see the big picture. In connected reality, all of life is inherently interconnected. We need to see that the work we do, if it helps others, then this is good. We need to even look at the whole concept of work. Technically, I'm unemployed. I'm on SSI. I do not see myself as being retired. I'll be retired when I'm killed in a shootout or I'm lowered into the grave. So we need to look at the whole concept of work. To me, work involves meaningful activity, meaningful expression, that expresses creatively who we are, or that benefits others, or that adds to the general creation of culture in life. I won't say civilization because this society to me has as much claim to civilization as a pack of dogs with rabies. We live in a sick, twisted, depraved, insane society. Once you can accept that, then it becomes easier to see. When you see people who are sick, twisted, and insane, and you take into your calculation the source, then you have a better understanding and hopefully more of a compassionate understanding. I was employed by Salvation Army Emergency Shelter. I got laid off because of county cutbacks, plus not being a kiss ass. So, in a way, I was devastated because they told me one day, boom, here's your severance check, boom. And now, in retrospect, I see it as a blessing because it gives me more time to basically do what I want to do what interests me, and to work on my own spiritual development as a humane being. So, I do not look at work strictly in terms of employment, of getting paid for it, of getting money for it. Most who are employed, I would consider as wage slaves or salary slaves. they're still slaves to an evil economic system called corporate capitalism. So we need to see that work can have a variety of meanings. And when we look at other people and their value as a humane being, we should take into consideration what kind of work they do. Even if it's volunteer work. I started out long ago. One of my first jobs, I was just a part-time gardener around an architect place. I was like 15, 16. My first main job was at Washington Neighborhood Center, downtown Sacramento. Then later on, I was youth organizer at Washington Community Council, during the War on Poverty years. And I got employed behind that because I was doing volunteer work prior to that. Not in the hopes of getting a job, but because I wanted to volunteer and I appreciated the work that I did. So all this is tied in with your sense of self-esteem, your sense of self-respect. Many people, if they're unemployed, they think they're less than others. Even housewives, whose husbands are employed and they go to work and all this, and they may feel less than. All that's tied into the whole sick, twisted society that we live in. When we look at the value of a person by how much money they have in their wallet, by their car, by their place. Do they live in a nice house or a nice condo? Or by their phone. They have like an iPad, or do they have a little Obama phone, or do they have, I got this. I try to keep track of how long this takes, because I believe that many of us here online have short attention spans. Many suffer from ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. So I don't want to stress anybody with long-ass video. So we need to really look at the work that we do in this world, and considering the facts. One, we are an endangered species. Two, we are living under an evil empire. Evil. Three, the ecology is being destroyed by us. With the XL pipeline, with the polar caps melting, with the Amazon being destroyed. See, human activity is destroying the planet Earth. Who cares? Let's talk about sex, music, and drugs. Today, Brother Bradley Manning, our hero, was found not guilty of aiding the enemy, but he's facing other charges that can give him, I think, 125 years. Why don't they just call that a life sentence? Insane. And Bradley Manning is he's a truth warrior. Same as Julian Assange. Edward Snowden. You know, but who cares? Sex, music, and drugs. My point is here that the majority of the population in the USA do not really give a hoot about the kinds of issues that I'm interested in. You know, I'm interested in global liberation movements. I'm interested in humane rights. I'm interested in exploring life, learning more about the ecology, and researching about various subjects. Work with the 12-step recovery group, now called CASA, and I'm learning more about the whole concept of addiction, what it is and what it ain't, and how that's related to the drug war, which is related to the whole global situation. You know, when you consider like 60 to 100,000 Mexicans have been killed or disappeared behind the drug war. Who cares on sex, music, and drugs? At the same time, we need to be aware that over time we're gradually creating a separate caste, C-A-S-T-E, of folks who might be pretty hip about what's going on. You know, say they're into Twitter, Facebook, Google Plus, the news, so they're pretty hip, you know, and they're online a lot, as I am. Yet we need to be careful, you know, not to confuse the music of the choir and the affirmations of those who agree with us to the consciousness of the masses. The majority of people are just trying to get by. They have accepted their slavery. They feel that they are powerless over anything to do with transforming the situation, with toppling the empire, you know, with questioning madness. When you have a U.S. president who has killed us, who orchestrates drone warfare, and is accepted or tolerated. So we need to take a good look at what's going on. And I believe that a big part of that is going to be us sharing what we can and helping each other, online, offline, and inline with your own spiritual growth, your own spiritual evolution. So that whatever happens, even if all this shit goes down the tubes, but all gets flushed down in mutual warfare, at least I can say I tried to help make it a better world. maybe Pleiadians have some kind of way to tap into what we're expressing here on Earth. Who knows? So maybe this will live on. Maybe this all lives on in a parallel universe somewhere. Life is strange. Yet here now, I just want to do what I can to help raise consciousness and create discussion, stimulate the souls of our people. Namaste.